Hollywood screen presenting lift is. In the beginning of the story, we are shown Venice, where in an auction many precious things are to be sold, because of which, one by one, rich people wearing masks are sitting here. And here we see the main character of the story, whose name is Cyrus. He is quite smart, who here with his companions has already planned a theft, because being a mastermind, he has already many times before committed thefts in a very excellent way. Now, the live video of this auction is also running in London. Half of the buyers are sitting in Venice while the other half are sitting in London. Here, we are told about Cyrus's team. At the top is himself. Then there's a pilot girl. There is a lock master who can easily break all kinds of difficult locks. Apart from these, there's a hacker, one companion who is an engineer, and one elderly man who is their helper. He helps them in doing the theft. And at this time he has also come to the auction with Cyrus. Here, cameras are installed everywhere, on which the police have an eye, and the most senior police officer, whose name is Abby, had met Cyrus quite some time ago, where they became friends. But when Abby found out how big a thief he is, then in one mission she made a plan to catch Cyrus as well. But he was very smart. That's why Cyrus ran away from there. But this time, Abby with her team is fully prepared, meaning as soon as Cyrus will steal, they will catch him red-handed. After this, we see that the auction has now started. First, a very expensive painting is brought, whose bid goes to 10 million. But at the last moment it is sold for 20 million. But Cyrus and his companions, who were already planning to steal that painting, steal it before it reaches the customer, and the same moment sell it in the black market for 20 million. After this comes the turn of the most special thing, which is an amazing creation. Its owner has made this creation with great hard work, whose name is NFT. And because the creator who made it did not want to reveal his identity, that's why he had worn a mask on his face. Now, in this creation, in the NFT, there are about 200 cameras installed which record video and edit a very good video. Now its auction starts, whose price keeps increasing. But then, Cyrus's team's hacker does her work. She presses a button and along with it says lift. As soon as this happens, all the lights there go off, explosions start happening, because of which chaos spreads everywhere. Now, where the rich people are thinking of running away, here Cyrus does his work. While the bid of 25 million was also not placed by Cyrus himself. That's why now he comes to the creator of the NFT and says that you come to my hideout, which is a ship. The NFT will also be brought there, and we will also give you the money there. Now, all these things are being watched from above by Abby. That's why to catch Cyrus she herself also goes, and also sends her companions. But Cyrus and his team, who were running away from here, are followed by Abby and her team. They keep running like this at first, after which they sit in a speedboat, where, tricking the police, they reach in the middle of the sea. They had put up barriers so that the police they come right behind, but still these people escape. These people reach their hideout in shipware. After the transaction of the NFT, they party a lot. Abby, who is still investigating, was watching very carefully the videos of the people who came to the auction. Her eyes fall on the helper along with Cyrus, who is still there. That's why they reach him and catch him. On the other side, it is found out that when these thieves stole the NFT, its price in the black market kept increasing, and to activate it they needed its real owner. That's why they bring that creator. They give half the profit to him, with which both of them benefit. On the other side, Cyrus's team's helper was sitting with Abby and was giving all twisted answers to the questions. Abby says that I will put you in jail and bring your truth in front of everyone. It will be better that you tell us everything true about your team. On this, The helper says that my team is at this time in London. If you want to catch them, then you will have to go. They're with me. That's why now Abby, taking her companions, goes to London's police department where she meets another officer who tells her that I came to know in a secret way that the biggest mafia, whose name is Lars, has recently done fraud with the share of the market, because of which the prices went up and down and he got a lot of profit. But because of this profit, not just the market or the prices of things were disturbed, but in the city many things were disturbed. Actually, Lars has spread the water of the dam in the whole city, because of which there has been a flood. Because of this, houses have drowned, people's lives have been lost. And now Lars is going to do exactly the same with another city to dot in this. Along with Lars, a quite big mafia is also included. And this work the two of them are going to execute in the next 2 months. Lars will first make payment to that mafia, after which they will give permission to remove the barriers of the dam. In this way, in that city also, because of flood, destruction will happen. But what Lars will pay him will not be money but gold, and that to not 1 or 2 kilos, but full 10 tons. And now I have to break their deal, and to stop the payment I need your help. Abby says that what help can I give in this? On which that officer tells that we are looking for such a person who can think like thieves to catch thieves, obviously. For this work there will be need of some mastermind thief, and who that is, you know very well. Abby had understood that here this officer is talking about Cyrus. On this, Abby immediately says, No, sir, the way you are thinking, nothing like that can happen. You want that I go to Cyrus and ask him for help, and he will be ready to help. US, this is impossible. On this, the officer says that if Cyrus and his team do not agree to do this, then who knows how many innocent people's lives will be lost. You have to somehow convince him so that we can stop Lars. Hearing this, Abby now agrees and immediately reaches Cyrus. Here, both start blaming each other. That you betrayed me. I did not betray you. But in the end, finishing the matter, Cyrus asks the reason for her coming, on which Abby says that you will have to do a theft for me. And Abby tells him all the things that that officer had told Abby. She says that you will have to steal all that gold. After this, Cyrus tells all this to his companions. His companions get shocked, on which Cyrus says that I can understand that this work is very difficult, but it is also extremely necessary to do this, because if they succeed in their plan, then the whole city will get swept away in the flood, due to which many innocent lives will be lost. But this mission was going to be very difficult, because they had to steal the gold from a plane. And in the plane, Lars's goons were also present. So here Cyrus and his team get engaged in their work on how they will execute this mission. Here, first the hacker says that if we make a plane that looks exactly the same, then stealing will become easier. But the question is, from where will such a plane come? On this, Cyrus says that in the auction house I met a rich girl who works in the business of planes. She has such a plane that looks a little bit similar to it, which we can change ourselves and make it look the same. So maybe she can give us the plane. That's why now all these people reach that plane dealer, who shows them that same luxurious plane. It was also quite beautiful, but flying it was forbidden because it had many lead glasses fitted in it, and it also made a lot of noise. That's why the dealer refuses to give his plane. But Abby tells him that I am a policewoman and keeping such planes is anyway illegal, and if you do not give this to us, then you will have to taste the air of jail. On this, in the end, he agrees. Now the plane was obtained, but the next biggest problem was how to tamper with the radar. Will be done, for which they will have to make a psi, which will create such a signal that in the air there will be 2 planes flying, but the signal will show only one of them. But here there was a small problem, meaning when they will place both planes one above the other for some time on the radar, both planes will be visible, which the people sitting in the headquarters will see. That's why they will have to seat some special person of theirs there on this. Abby says that at the airport I know an officer who is my friend. He will be sitting there, so he will do our work. That's why now all of them meet that officer, who was handicapped and was on a wheelchair. They put their matter in front of him, but he refuses to do such a thing. He says, "Sorry, I will not do this work because this includes theft. And that too for the one who is the city's biggest. Mafia. Lars, no. Absolutely not." But then Cyrus says that in return for this work, I will give you 1 million, for which that officer agrees. That's why this whole team now gets engaged in their own work. And they start modifying this plane, after which the PSI machine is made, which will tamper with the signals. Its size was looking very big, looking no less than a bomb. So Abby tells the hacker that do one thing, make many small parts of this PSI machine, and give each member one part so that they can install it in different places throughout the plane. In this way, the work will be done easily, for which the hacker agrees. And after working very hard, she makes different parts of the PSI machine, after which finally their final day comes, where all people get ready according to their roles. They had half the tickets for business class and half for economy class, so that they could spread throughout the plane. Here,